I've
Okay,
started recording, so you can start.
okay. Hello, everybody. This is Noman. I am a pre-sales engineer in Reddington Gulf. So those who are new, who don't know what Reddington is basically a value-added distributor for Aruba networks. We are doing like a lot of POCs and solution designing for Aruba networks. And if you need any demonstrations of a solution, if you need any proof of concepts, so we have a team in Aruba. So we are here to design solutions on your behalf and get rightly designed solutions to the customers. Today we would be discussing on instant on solution on SMB. Before starting, actually, just a small heads up on Aruba Networks. Aruba Networks started its operations back in 2002. After that, in within 3 years, it became the leaders, and in the Gartner's report, it's been shown as a leader in the Gartner's quadrant in the wired and wireless segment. So now the point is that they have used their expertise, their experiences, and their research, and to go through and to give you a very precise solution specifically for the SMB customers. So using all those expertise and researches into and bringing down and drilling down into a solution known as instant on. And throughout this presentation, we would be giving you the building blocks, how to develop this solution specifically for SMBs, and what are the challenges, what are the objectives, and how we can resolve those challenges and pain points, and give them a right solution based on Aruba instant on solution. The focus areas of today's presentation would be like we would be discussing on the SMB challenges, trends, and challenges, as well as the objectives. And after getting an idea that what SMB actually needs, requires, and what are their objectives, we would be discussing on what solution which we can offer them. With what is our solution? What is how we can address their pain points? Then, why only Aruba Instant On? The next slide would be focusing on what actually Aruba brings into the table, where why not the other competitors? So this would be like more competitive slide discussing on what Instant On solution can resolve the challenges where the other competitors cannot. After having those particular ideas that how necessary the instant on solution is for SMB, then we would be discussing on key positioning, that what building blocks is suited for what customer. Then after then we would be discussing on some competitive advantages of Aruba Instant On, that how the Aruba Instant On has been different from the competition, what it is offering, where the other customers are not, other competitors are not offering. Then some of the key verticals, use cases, maybe like we will be discussing on the based on the current situation post COVID. What are the what would be in fact the common use cases, like uh, e-learning, digital learning, or retail, or healthcare, or work from home users and all. So this is the ideal condition for all of you, that to make the most of it. And then, if time permits, we will be discussing on exploring some of the key features like mesh, star mesh, and how the instant on having this mesh features. What are the use cases of those mesh features, and some small demonstration on that. Okay, so let's start. We first of all we would be discussing on some of the business trends. This business trends is actually a research which was catered in 2019 by IT Reports. If you can see at the bottom of the page, there's a reference of the research which been initiated. As a result, they say that 68% of the small and medium businesses are focusing on investing and replacing the outdated IT infrastructure. This we already agree that whenever we speak to the SMB customer, they must be having some of the IT infrastructure which is outdated or out of support, or if it is not, then they probably wanted to invest on a tech refresh. So this might be a potential customer who is looking for a tech refresh. And then 52% of the small and medium businesses are increasing their IT budgets because of the security concerns. So 52% of the SMBs are investing on the IT projects because they want to have a proper and secure IT infrastructure rather than some they they are basically fully having some of the malware attacks, having some of the ransomware attacks. So they want to protect themselves. They don't want to fall into threats from those hackers who and cause a lot of money. And then 14% of the small and medium businesses, what they do, they actually consider wireless networking on the top IT spending priority for the next 12 months. So for the next 12 months, they have thought that they would be investing in the Wi-Fi, because they know that nowadays Wi-Fi is the primary requirement, because if you go to the hospitals, if you go to the retail shops, if you go to the for example, like small restaurants, everywhere the Wi-Fi is a priority. Where you go and ask first of all, where is the Wi-Fi connection? And this brings to my last point, which is like 95% of the restaurateurs agree that the restaurant technology improves their business efficiency, including they upgrade their POS systems and guest Wi-Fi. This brings to the last point for example, let's take an example of Costas or Starbucks. If you go over there and if you go over there and ask for the Wi-Fi, if you have a very good customizable page for the Wi-Fi, you would be having a good experience. And then let's imagine that they would be giving you somewhere around like 20% off if you can fill in the surveys for them. Okay, and the guy who would come to your table, instead of you paying the bill, they would come to your table and use the POS machine which has been wirelessly connected. So all those things are adding in the competitive advantage of the customer. So this is the study, this is the research which says that what are the buying trends, buying behavior of SMB. So what are the challenges? Actually, the challenges are that the tech refresh is not much often. They are still using some of the outdated equipment. They are into the pain that after every three years they have to spend some money on the tech refresh part, or using outdated equipment. Technology is changing very vastly. Especially in the Wi-Fi industry, there are like a lot of new standards coming up, a lot of like speech to catch, because a lot of applications are coming up, and they have to uh, provide a proper bandwidth to in order to communicate. And if you are not changing, then you are be leaving behind. So that's why then they have some fluid budget constraints, because they might be having some cash flows. They want to keep some cash flows into the picture, and then they have some budget constraints, and they don't want to invest on that much on the IT spending and all. They must be having some enhanced security concerns, that that they might be they might have experience in the past of during some of the malware attacks or some ransomware attacks and all. So they are concerned about the security. So these are the challenges of the SMB customer. Apart from challenges, they also have an objective to achieve. Objective of attracting new customers, or like for example, like growing the business and adding new campaigns. And now these new campaigns, how they gonna uh, they're gonna communicate the new campaigns to the customers by investing on technology and technology to grow revenue, reach new customers, and increase sales. This is what their objective is regarding the attraction of new customers. Then they also want to have an operational efficiencies to be improved, because currently how they are operating. For example, currently they are operating on some older servers, or some older Wi-Fi, and they want to upgrade the Wi-Fi. They want to upgrade the applications running on that. Okay, so that they can improve their operational efficiencies. And if they approve the operation, if they improve the operational efficiencies and attract new customers, so obviously they would be having a competitive advantage from the customer. For example, like we took an example of Starbucks in the beginning of the presentation, that if they are offering some customized guest Wi-Fi with some bonus points or something like that. So obviously it would be a competitive advantage for a customer to for that particular, to attract their customers, in order to their competition. So this is why they must be having some competitive advantage ahead of that. Now, we have taken care of, we have seen what are the buying behaviors, trends, what are the challenges, what are the objectives. Now, what we have to offer in order to address those challenges and in order to meet those objectives, we have to offer a solution known as instant on. And the slide which you are seeing over here is the building block of the solution. The solution have like four important building blocks. One is the access points itself, that would be used to connect the devices, to connect the users. So we have different types of access point, which we would be discussing in the later in this particular presentation down the line. We have different flavors of switches as well, different SKUs for switches depending on the different requirements. And we have GUI, which is like cloud based web GUI, which has been cloud based because you can manage that particular uh, solution of switches as well as servers from anywhere you want. You have an internet connection to that, so that you can reach your network, and then you are good to go. Not even management, you can also monitor and manage itself. That means that you can sit anywhere and configure your networks by sitting at any remote location. To include or to introduce more portability, we also have to offer the same management capabilities on your mobile phone. So that's why we have mobile application as well. The mobile application is like the IT manager can sit anywhere, and not if not on laptop, then he also have an option to use his smartphone and install the application for the instant on, and he's good to go to manage and monitor all complete infrastructure just on his own hands. So we know that this is the building block of a solution. Now, why we want to go with this instant on solution only? At the beginning of presentation, I just shared you that how extensive the Aruba's experience is working as a trusted vendor. If you see that Aruba has a decade of experiences of working on the Wi-Fi and wireless networks, because we breathe on the Wi-Fi only. So we know what we are doing. We are the experts, and we have done a lot of extensive research, and we have a proven record of. So that's why we say that we are the only trusted vendor, that because we have an experience, and we have used that particular experience, expertise, research to develop a solution that is best fit for the SMB, and which is having the superior hardware and software, and also on top of that support, that to bring the boat ends in need, to bring the boat and meet, we have a support of a limited lifetime warranty, as well as on top of that we can offer you 90 days of telephonic support, and chat support of a complete warranty period. All these things without any hidden charges, without any subscription, that would lowers your total cost of ownership. No licensing fees, no support fees. Everything is included in the bundle, in the box. So you are not paying for any subscription. You are not paying for any additional warranty. You are not paying for any support charges, any software charges, nothing else. So that brings you some extraordinary performance. If we talk about the Wi-Fi, we have 802.11 AC Wave 2. That is the IEEE standard. That is the latest standard, in fact, and it is more than sufficient for the SMB customers. Then we have switches which are available on different flavors of ports, depending on customer's requirement. If he has like lesser requirement, smaller requirement, then he can start from 8 ports and can go up to 48 ports. And we have PoE and non-PoE both variants available. Built-in security is a most important point. Built-in security is the also we have seen that they have a concern. It's SMBs. The primary concern is the security. So there is no other device required in the network, like for example firewalls to cater then the requirement of a security perspective. We cover the security portion. Our access points comes up with the built-in security, and not even access point. Our switches as well comes up with the built-in security. We have 802.11 802.1x authentication security. We have ACLs available to secure your network. And last but not the least, all those things are very much simple to configure. You don't need any IT expertise to configure anything. You don't need to hire any IT person, because we understand. So for the SMB, we have to be very simple, very straightforward. They want everything just plug and play and and keep on going sort of scenario. So we have to offer simplicity, so that there is no certification required to operate the network. Anybody can do that. Just to dig in, what actually we have to offer as far as the web GUI is concerned. Web GUI would give you single pane of glass. That means that you can manage your switches, your Wi-Fi access points, everything. And not even manage, you can also automate the firmware upgrades and common workflows, like creating a virtual LAN, and assigning an IP address to switches and everything. And as a part of additional features, we have site inventory as well. That, for example, like you must be having like different sort of switches and different access points, or even the bigger network of different clusters. So you have the function called site inventory, where you can check the inventory on each site. How many switches are there, what type of switches are there, how many access points are there. And last but not the least, we also have the remote management to give you the convenience of sitting anywhere, and not even monitoring, but also you can manage your network sitting anywhere. So this is the beauty of web GUI, which brings you from the instant on perspective. Not even the web GUI, it also the mobile app, which give you the same features. When we talk about switches over here, we have like purpose built wired solution. That means that we have specifically designed these switches to meet the needs of an SMB customer. We would be giving them simplicity, we would be giving them reliability, security, and last but not the least, again, the peace of mind of post warranty support. How we going to do that? Simplicity is based on the app based management, plug and play. There is nothing like specific required to run the switch, or some installation is required to run the switch. It's just plug and play. Anybody can do it. And reliability, by giving the strong connectivity of switches with 10 gig uplinks, that is backward compatible with 1 gig. So we have 10 gig uplink available, and we have different flavors available. We have 8 ports, 24 ports, 48 ports, PoE, non PoE, you name it, we have it. And the security portion, we have ACLs, we have 802.1x authentication security, and different sort of outward ACLs of external security is also available for threats and malware, so that you are secure from the threats coming from the internet. And we also offer, apart from the limited lifetime warranty, we also have this 24 by 7 90 days telephonic support. Because warranty, you would be having, for example, like if anything goes faulty, you are in a position to just replace the part. But we also, apart from that, we also offer 90 days of telephonic support that would be giving you uh, all included in the price. So you can call our representative from directly from Aruba any time, because these guys were there for 24 by 7. So at night, or even in holidays, you are covered under the support. So just to give you some of the brief introduction on 1930 switches, which we discussed in the last slide. We have total 7 SKUs depending on different ports, 8 ports, 48 ports, 24 ports, and we have the 1930 switches comes up with L2 plus managed switches. That means that you can manage not only a single network, but also multiple networks by introducing static routes, or routing protocol of RIP. And we also have ARP attacks and DHCP snooping available. And two management modes are there. One is the cloud manage mode, that is like mobile application or web manage modes, that is available in 10 languages. And we also have local management with web GUI. If you don't want to go with this cloud management, then there is a local management as well for the switches. And from the wireless access point perspective, we have AP11, AP12, and AP15 available. That is like depending on different scenarios, different number of devices, we have different sort of access points. For example, we have high density areas, we have reception areas, we have low density areas where there are like less number of devices need to be connected. We have meeting rooms. Based on that, we can have different sort of access points. We also have a special access point, with that is like hospitality access point. Specifically, we having a wall and desk mount, which is which would be giving you different sort of ports, so to connect your laptops, your VoIP phones. And we also have the outdoor access point, with that is specifically designed for the outdoor areas, which is IP65 rated. And it is like a hardened access point, which can bear heavy temperatures of outside. So the thing is that we have purpose-built solution specifically for customers' need. If they want simplicity, we have app-based management. If they want the business growth, so we have offered them scalability, that to protect their business growth. The cluster can grow up to 25 access points, and also support mix and match. That means that you can mix outdoor access point with indoor access point, or hospitality access point, whatever you want to do. And it also supports smart mesh. Smart mesh is the again a game changer technology. That is like something which is like specifically used where you have some challenges of laying the cables from the access points to the switches. We would be discussing on a separate slide how the smart mesh works actually. Then we have a peace of mind from the superior post sales support that is included within the box for you, like 1 year warranty. Apart from warranty, we also have the telephonic support, which is 24 by 7 for 90 days. And also we have the chat support that is available throughout the warranty period. And also we have something called instant on community, which is like you can log a case anywhere sitting by this by using this instant on community. You will be getting instant results out of that. Then we have like instant on mobile application and cloud based features. If we just dig into that, what actually it has to offer, you can configure smart mesh setup sitting on the web GUI or mobile application. We have we have future proof secure your network, that is automatic software upgrades are there, that is available. And you can also personalize your view. You can also manage multiple networks. If we talk about like multiple sites, and every site there are multiple clusters, so everything is available in single pane of glass. You can also customize you can also set up a customization for the guest portal, that for example a customer would be asking you to add a logo or some specific theme related to the company. So you can just have a customization option for the guest portal. How do we are different from the key competitors? If we talk about like instant on versus ubiquity. Ubiquity can only offer 802.11 wave 1 access point if we exclude this nano hd. And we offer wave 2 access points that are like that latest in the IEEE standard. And technically also it has a greater throughput than wave 1. Support, we offer support of 90 days phone and chat support as well. As well as Ubiquiti offers chat support for 1 year, community, and need to buy an elite support if you want to support. That is also available. That is only available for US. And then warranty, we have 1 year warranty that is limited lifetime. And same warranty for the Ubiquiti, but we have the enterprise quality of Aruba instant access points. And everything is available within the box. And they need to have a gateway that is like pre-provisioned from this catch upon the power failure. And we have ARM, which is like auto RF optimization, and it requires manual configuration. And they have to go with some sort of gateways required if we need some sort of guest services, DSCP and AT services, or quality of service QoS. So you need a gateway for in case of UBPT solution. What Meraki has to offer. In Meraki, they only have mobile application plus we have mobile application plus the cloud portal, and they are like a subscription based. So if you are going with subscription for 1 year, 3 years, and 5 years, so you have to size according to that. There is no multi-site management, but we support multi-site management as well. And if you want to have some deep packet inspection, so it's not supported in Meraki. It's only supported in Aruba instant on solution. So this is why actually we win the competition, because we are having like there is no subscription cost, there is no gateway required, and we have like proven post sale services available, and everything is inside the box. So that's why we are lowering the TCO. So this is just a small comparison between the 1920S series switches and what the new 1930 switches. The important point over here is that in 1920S we have the uplink of 1G, and in 1930 we have an uplink of 10G SFP plus. So obviously it would increase the throughput of the switch as well. So that's why the throughput of the switch is also increased, and it supports also PoE plus in and previous 1920S was also PoE plus standard supported. For vertical use cases, which we have also already seen the cafes and restaurants example. If and also we can offer the same solution to the retail shops, and there are like different retail shops, retail chains where they have some small branches, and they want to set up a Wi-Fi connectivity. So we can offer them a proper Wi-Fi solution, because we have a complete portfolio of indoor access points or different type of access points, plus as well as the outdoor access points. Working from home and online learning, etc. We have access point which is supported for the specifically for the hospitality. We have access points that are supporting some extra ports, and it would be acting as a mini switch that you can connect your LAN, or you can connect your other network, and you can connect also your IP phones. For medical offices, we have these are industry leading IEEE standard access points, and to cater the high bandwidth for the biomedical devices. So we have AC wave 2 access points that are fully capable enough to transfer all those data, to communicate with all those heavy machinery required for the biomedical purposes. And lastly, actually, I just wanted to discuss on the smart mesh technology. If you can see on this screen, you will be having one instant on access point which is connected to the switch directly and to the internet gateway, and the client devices that are connecting to the neighboring access point doesn't require the access point does not require any uplink going from the switch, because the neighboring access point, which is the mesh portal, is giving the uplink to the mesh point. So this is how you're going to reduce the cabling cost, and also the challenges of cables. To For example, if you have some outdoor areas where you don't where you can't run a cable from the IDF to the outdoor area, so we have so you can use your neighboring access point to be connected, that is connected from the inside switch, so that can provide the mesh link to the adjacent access point, so that the users of using the outdoor access point can be the part of the same network as the indoor access point is. Similarly, you can also use the same concept for the first floor and second floor, where you don't have any different IDFs, so you can use the same. And your first floor access point can be connected to the IDF, and the second floor access point can share the uplink from the first floor access point. So this is the use case of smart mesh technology that is available in all instant access point without any charges, without any subscription, without any licensing cost. So what we have learned up till now, we have learned that Aruba has an extensive experience in developing solution, and they have come up with extensive research and very affordable, very cost-effective solution, and which is simple to use, flexible in management option, and you can manage your network from anywhere, like on premises, off premises, remotely. And last but not the least, it gives you an unmatched support experiences that is required, uh, that is included in the warranty. Apart from warranty, it also gives you some 90 days 24/7 support, that you can pick up your phone and call the support representative for any sort of issues, and that all included within the price. There is no other subscription fees or licensing fees or support fees. Thank you for your time, and if you have any questions, so just let me know.